Hello, my favorite pottery people. I'm Sarah. We're in the garage. You know what that means. Glaze kiln unloading. I am very nervous about this because I did not test these, or this kiln load has all the new Spectrum glazes. If you were following me on Instagram, you would have seen that I received a amazing package from Spectrum with a set of all of the new floating glazes, some of the big size, some of the small size, and I played. And so yeah, this has it in there. I did take notes and I filmed. So guess what? You're gonna see the pieces before video with me actually glazing them. So I need your comments for this. You gotta tell me which ones you want to see the most. Okay, so you're gonna, in the comments below, you're gonna tell me which pieces you wanna see the full tutorial for. And I'll try to, maybe the ones that have the most call for, I will get that one out first because I do have to edit. But I still have, I've only seen the top shelf. Oh, I need to get something from the basement. I'll be right back. So yes, I did my slow cool cone 5.5, which I programmed down to, top temperature 2171 with a 8-minute hold, and then it drops down to 1900 and I do a 30-minute hold. Okay, so garage is open, so you're gonna hear the neighborhood. Are you ready? Oh gosh, okay, here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ta-da-da! So, very exciting. Couple of refires on this shelf. This is disappointing, not the glaze so much, but I had to try it. So the glaze here is actually pretty gorgeous. I'm sorry about the lighting. I've got the garage opening, hoping to get really nice lighting, but I did bring in a ring light as well. So this gooey gooey gorgeous combo. This is my studio clear on the bottom, which I dipped, but I had done, I wanted to test this out. This I used Flex Blossom ×2, about this far down. Then I did on the top here, I did, and the lid is Bougainvillea. So that's the Spectrum Bougainvillea on its own. Don't mind this, I'm gonna explain what that is, which I'm not happy about. That's nothing to do with the glazing. I'll explain that in a minute. So this is just Bougainvillea. So, and then on top of the Bougainvillea and the Flex Blossom, I did 1 coat of Amaryllis. And that's actually really, I really like this combo. So I'm gonna do that on something for sure. Let's get this to focus in. You can see the, I just wanted to see how well the new ones were going to play with, or the new Spectrum glazes were gonna play with some of my favorite from other brands. So what happened was when I made this, it had cracked during the BIS fire, and I made like 4 of them and they all cracked. This was the least of the cracking. So anyways, I bought some of this. If anybody's tried this before, please let me know, because clearly it didn't work for me. So this is Mr. Mark's Wear Repair, and it's supposed to be good up to cone 10, and it's supposed to fix cracks. So it's a kiln-friendly glue for repairing greenware or bisqueware. Fires clear, which it did. It goes on kind of brown shiny, and it fires clear. It says it goes up to cone 10, but it did not fix the cracks. And the glaze, it's supposed to actually, it said that it will allow you to glaze over top. And clearly it repelled, because literally it had dribbled down there, and I left it thinking the glaze was going to adhere, but it didn't. So if anybody had better results, please comment below, let me know, because I would love to learn if how to use it. But with that said, the glaze itself, I think, is pretty spectacular. So I will definitely be doing this combo. I love Bougainvillea. Oh my God, look at that color. Look at that. It's like tutti frutti. It's just delicious. Oh, and the inside I did, oh boy, Cirrus Flow, that blue. I like that as a liner sometimes with pink. So just to have something a little fun. So that's it. And this is on, oh right, this is Plainsman Clay, 370. No, sorry, I lied, 340. M340 plainsman clay. It's kind of a buff color, which I kind of like. All right, enough on that pot. So with that said, so this was a refire because it had crawled in a few spots, and it still has a few little dings here that had crawled. So I was going for that effect. I saw Lisa Finkel, she had done some really fun things with some blues. And so this is my studio blue, which happens to be Tucker's. So you've heard me talk about Tucker's. I picked up a bag of it's called Dark Blue Gloss, and it's quite lovely. And it's a very rich navy blue. And I literally poured it in, and then I did olive float, and it had crawled in a few areas. So then I went back and I did dabs of, what's it called? Mako's Light Flux. But you can see it's like if you want a lovely, stable, rich blue glaze, Tucker's. Okay, so they have a gorgeous glaze. And speaking of Tucker's, I was there, now it's gone back in the end of June. I had popped in, I met up with Melanie and Mark from My Charming Ceramics, and we had an excursion. We went to Tucker's. So Melanie and Mark, or My Charming Ceramics, they are from Wisconsin, and they reached out to me through YouTube because they've been following me, and they said they have relatives up here, and they were wondering if we could connect when they come and visit. And so I was like, absolutely. So we had a wonderful day here at the house, and then we talked pottery and so forth. Then we met to go to Tucker's, and we went out for lunch that day too. It was wonderful. Anywho, impromptu ran into Sean over at, you might have seen Sean Reed. He's always in the comments here, so you can see what Sean looks like. Because Sean, he was shopping, he tapped me on the shoulder, and anyways, I was chatting with him about my kiln, because my kiln is a cone art kiln, and you know, I bought my kiln and had it installed, and it's from Tucker's. So Tucker's actually makes the kilns. And anyways, Michael overheard, and he gave us an impromptu tour. So take a peek.
He asked about raw materials. Yeah. They come from all over the world, but by far the majority of them come from Kentucky, Tennessee, Florida, Georgia, down in those areas. There's huge clay mines down there. We also have some materials that we bring in from Ontario, believe it or not, and Alberta, and then a few minor things that come in from overseas. They're over there.
What's that?
Yep.
Mind if I show the machines? Like, you said how many pounds does this do in 6 minutes?
1,200 pounds.
This thing will put out 1,200 pounds of clay in 6 minutes, from the dry to the finished clay, ready and going through that pug mill right there. Is that not incredible? Saying what about Australia?
Our kiln distributor, called Pug Mill Pottery Supplies in Adelaide, now has access to our clay bodies as well. Since we're shipping container loads of kilns down, there's extra room in the containers. We send them glazes and all sorts of things and help fill up the containers for them.
Awesome. Okay, Nat, you can get some clay from Tucker's now. It's pretty awesome as well. All the kilns. We got a little extra tour. This is where they make them. Oh, the clay. Now that's storage. Such great people. Had a wonderful day, met some great people, got a wonderful impromptu tour of the studio, or sorry, of Tucker's behind the scenes, and yeah, amazing, amazing, amazing day. So with that said, let's get back to the kiln opening. All right, so that's the glaze. I don't remember what it looks like. I did. It looks like I did on the outside texture turquoise, and I didn't add any more, and it begins to burn out. I find sometimes if you don't add more, it washes out. So this will be mine. I'll use this as a serving dish, or at a market I can put things in it, showcase it, so that can work too. Sorry, someone just got an Amazon order. So just put things in it. So still finding a good uses for 4 things. So like I said, lots of experiments in here. This did not turn out well. I think it's kind of ugly. The pot itself was good. I don't even know what it is because I did not take notes. I glazed this so long ago. Anyways, that's iron yellow from Amico. And I mean, if you're looking for a yellow, I mean, you might like it. It's okay for me. I'm not really thrilled with it. But this is a hand-built wall vase. So I've been making these so you can hook it on the wall, and that just is a bumper to kind of keep it off the wall. And then you can actually, you know, put flowers in it. I know this is Power Turquoise in the center, and I know that is Autumn Purple. So it looks like I did Autumn Purple, Power Turquoise. I'm gonna guess that I did you know what it looks like? I think I dipped the bottom in my my lavender mist. So it looks like that's lavender mist and Power Turquoise mixed together here. And at the bottom, it looks like I dipped it in there. So, because that definitely looks like lavender mist to me from Mako. So I think that was what it is. This is kind of, it didn't turn out right. Maybe I'll add some more and see if I can get a richer color out of it. So I may have to refire, or anyways, not one of my best pieces. All right. So this was also a refire, and it had run terribly, and it ran terribly again. This time I had raised it up. I could just grind off the bottom, but I got pinholing this time. So this was just a nice small cut, pearl white by Spectrum, and a coat of, what is it? River birch on top. So you're getting some of the crystalline there. And I did this amazing marbling effect, and I just used 2 different clay bodies. And yes, you do pose a risk when you do that. I used the Plainsman clay, their M370, and then I used Tucker's, their white clay, and it's really bright white. And so I was going for like an all white effect. I have 3 others of this particular mug, or I had made a set of 4. This one had run really badly. The others have sold at my markets, so I never even took photos of them. They never even made it to my website. So that's a really clean line if you're looking for a fun white. Oh, and then this is my Studio Clear on the bottom. So I literally take it and I dip it in my clear on the very bottom. And the Studio Clear I use is actually, it's from Pottery Supply House. So you can get Pottery Supply House in Canada. So PSH.ca in Canada, and it's Eucalyds.com in the States, and they ship pretty fast. So you order direct from them. I've heard really good things from you guys. You're saying that, yeah, it comes really, really fast. So, and they're really reasonable priced. I bought the big bucket this time. So the 10 kilogram bucket of clear, because I've been using it a lot. It's so nice. It's clear. It's so shiny, nothing milky about it, and really love it. It was so cold this morning, and now all of a sudden I'm hot. I was like, we've had a really hot summer so far this year, and then all of a sudden today it literally woke up and it was like quite cold. So note, when you have this happen and you pull things off your shelf, you see that will slice you. Like, it will cut you so fast. So be very, very careful. That is a crystal. That's the glazed drip that I had raised up, and so don't touch that. Now, I think Nat, you had a little accident with that. So you can see my cones. So it definitely hit my cone 6 target. Cone 7 began to bend. I didn't even bother putting a cone 5 in here. So really good fire. Okay, so this little gem, isn't that pretty? So I carved in texture on the sides. It also helps to lighten it, but that's the inside. So that's pearl white times 2 on the inside, and on the outside, that's my clear again, right at the bottom. So at the very end, I dip it in my clear, and I have used floating turquoise. So this is the new Spectrum. You can see, look at that color. So floating turquoise on the top here. followed by Louisiana Bayou times 2. And then I did Soft Aqua at the very bottom here. All of these are Spectrum times 1, but very heavy. So I was curious to see how the difference in the color. It's very similar, but Soft Aqua really is also a runner. So they played really nice. Everything had a slight overlap so that you get that amazing color variation and texture. And because of the actual carving detail in the cup, it creates even more interest. So really having sometimes details in your pot also helps your glaze results look better. And I like it when I get a little bit of my glaze running into my liner. It just, for me, I don't want to disconnect. I like them to sort of connect together. So that's personal choice. But yeah, that's a nice little mug. So these I'm gonna have to refire. I thought I had it down pat now because I did fire them inside my kiln support, which usually keeps things very straight, but they seem to have worked anyways. So this is my first go, and I have to say, because of my visit with Melanie and Mark from My Charming Ceramics, Melanie uses B-Mix, and I've never used it. I have never bought B-Mix before, and can I tell you how gorgeous of a clay body that is to work with? Like, it's incredible. It is amazing to throw with. It's amazing to trim with. Very impressed. But I'm going to have to do something about that because that's really quite curved. So I may have to refire it again, but then this way so that it goes straight. Hopefully. Hopefully. This is floating turquoise, so that's just a floating turquoise all by itself. That color is absolutely stunning. Gorgeous. So floating turquoise and Louisiana Bayou right here. So I just joined them here. And the bottom, so it's a little more transparent. So next time, oopsie, that was just the Spanish moss. I don't know where the pink came from, but Spanish moss with the Louisiana Bayou. So I'm not sure how that happened, but it did. So you can see here, that's how I glaze them. So the top, Louisiana Bayou, and the bottom. They look very similar in the bottle, but so I'm gonna have to refire. I'll add more glaze to this at the bottom here. Stay in there. So the two of them, this one is, again, it worked in the same way, but it kissed the shelf, so I'm gonna have a little grinding to do. But these are my salad servers. Actually, that looks really nice together. I like the way these two play together, these two glazes. Just stunning. Here, let me do this. Let me go like this. Just so incredible right there. So and the clay body. I know a lot of you use B-Mix, and I had never had it, and I finally did, and I love it. They warp the same, but I'm not going to be selling them warped, so I have to refire. Well, I know what this one is, and that's really, really, really pretty. This is tapenade. This is 3 coats of the tapenade. So that is the new glaze from Spectrum. So I did 3 coats on the top, and then I did to here. And then the outside, this is Morning Glory. How gorgeous. I really like this combo. Think of that on a mug. That would be very nice. So that, and the inside, I lined it using ginger. So let me see if I can get very good lighting. I don't know why it's so dark, why it's showing so dark in here, because let me try. Tapenade and the Morning Glory. So I staggered it back. I did, because I really wasn't sure how much it was going to run. So I was careful. I usually do 2 coats of all of the Spectrum when I use Spectrum glazes. So this was 2 coats. Now my coats are heavy. So you can see that's really almost like 1 coat for me here. And then the second coat runs into it. So I stagger it back a little bit. So my second coat only comes to here. I just didn't want it to run off, and it didn't. It literally, it stayed right where I cleaned it off. So I could have even come down a little farther, but I really, really like that. So, and again, and that's ginger on the inside. So quite pretty. I really like that. That's a good neutral. So this is a butter keeper. So let's see. This is the test. See if it's going to close. Yes. Very good. Okay, so this one, all right. I do know what it is. Look at the top. So I layered between floating turquoise and blue bayou. That's a combination. It was like one coat of floating turquoise, one coat of blue bayou, another coat of floating turquoise, and that gave me that gorgeous color. And I created a spiral effect on my clay body. So literally I carved that spiral in, and I carved texture in on the sides here too. And then it came down, and that's just the blue bayou on its own. So it's a lovely dark blue, and of course I staggered it back. So it's just, I put it on very heavy, but I'll do one and then two. And the inside is soft red. So another gorgeous glaze from Spectrum. Soft red, it is such an amazing glaze to have in your arsenal. It changes quite dramatically depending on how you use it, or what you layer it with, but it's a runner. So I was a bit nervous, but again, on its own, 2 coats, and it stayed where I put it. So it's nice and even. And then the inside, same thing. So that's 2 coats of the soft red, and the outside. So I did it because I knew I wanted it. Now I'm a little disappointed in myself. I should have known better. So I may have to refire, because what I did was I scraped the soft red on the rim. I had literally a big, sort of a bulbous, dripping edge there. And on its own, it looks pretty, but I forgot to put soft red on here. Had it been soft red there into that, would have worked. But I don't know. What do you think? Do you think I should add more glaze here, or would you leave it like that? And then that is the floating turquoise. So gorgeous. Look at that. Look at the way they play. They play so nicely together. But that is really a really fun butter keeper. So if you don't know what a butter keeper is, you put your room temperature butter in here. Okay, you soften it, you press it in, press it down, and you put water in here. So you put water up to about that point or so. You want the water to be in contact with your butter. So when you put this together, the water's going to come up and sort of kiss the butter, and it will keep it room temperature, because you can leave it on your counter so it stays soft, but it stays fresh because no air's getting at it. So I'm going to try that all over again. This, my friends, is Spanish moss ×2. And then I did Louisiana Bayou, probably about 1 inch down on the inside and 1/4 inch on the outside. Very thick. So very, very thick there. And then on accident, I did Louisiana Bayou in a band at the bottom. I did not mean to do that. And then I did a coat of, in a band right here, about this wide, I did of, it looks like I did, I don't know what I did. I did something. I don't know what that is. It could be, I think it was either soft blue or soft aqua, and it's quite gorgeous. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh my God. It's so nerve-wracking. Whoa, ow, so pretty. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's do this. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Oh, wow. Okay. Yes, please. All right. Okay, so this is just on its own, by itself, Louisiana Bayou. Okay. And using alumina hydrate on your kiln shell or on your back of your flat pieces really does help. Look at this color. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is right up my alley right there for a tray. Oh, yeah. Okay. Something like that sitting on as a statement piece at a market, it will bring people in. I have a GR form that I use to get the shape, but just some interesting rollers in there. But yeah, that's fun. Gorgeous. So that works. No pinholing, no nothing, all good. And then, of course, I had to stick to pink somehow, right? This one Shallot. How pretty. So that is shallot. And I believe I did tiger's eye. So yeah, it was tiger's eye because you can definitely see it on the back. Okay, and that's papaya with the tiger's eye. So interesting. So tiger's eye, all here, over, so 2 coats of shallot, 2 coats of tiger's eye. On the back side, this is papaya and tiger's eye. So this is just a fun little tray. You can put, you know, you can put your keys in it or whatever. So fun. And then that, that's really bright. So I know what it is because I did one on the white clay, but this is on a speckle clay. This is on Laguna's 608 clay, very highly speckled. Okay, so this was Fuzzy Peach and Bougainvillea, but that's really bright. I don't know how I feel about that one on this clay body. We'll see it on the white clay body and we'll decide. And then this one is, that's okay. This one is soft, hi. So this one is, on here is Morning Glory. So this one is Morning Glory. So nice. Okay, and that's the lid. All right, yes, so nice. Okay, so this is the lid for that other butter keeper. It works perfectly. So that is phenomenal. So that, my friends, is the Blue Bayou on its own. How gorgeous is that? Look at that shine. That's so cool, honestly. No pinholes. And then that is Blue Bayou on the texture. And that is Morning Glory. That is so pretty. Yes, please. That won't last long. Come on in. Just mix it into my wax. I learned that trick from Anna's Clay House. And so I mix it into my wax resist and I paint it on. And it just applies, ooh, you can see it actually. It just applies the perfect amount. Okay. This is very interesting. That turned out quite nice. I really wasn't sure how this was going to turn out, but that is a nice statement piece. So you can see the alumina hydrate on the back. I painted it on, just be careful, right? I painted it on. So I like to just sweep it off. But it acts like ball bearings. So it allows your piece to move on the kiln shelf and, you know, prevent it from warping. But this is incredible. Okay, so this on this side is shallot ×2. I did Blue Bayou ×2. And then down the middle is ginger ×2. So just the 2. And then I did dots of running hot chowder. How pretty is that? I did 2 of each, or in some cases 3, and I probably should have stuck with just the 2. So I wanted to see how that whole floating, I don't even know what the name was, the floating pond, how it would work on this, but I didn't apply anything over top. I've had good results with just it on its own, but it's kind of fun. It's interesting. You do see the texture through there. So yeah, what do you think? Can you see that there? I think someone will love that. And then this, so again, clay body. So clay body matters. That's Fuzzy Peach on this end. On my Laguna clay, the 608 clay, this end I did it in a gradation. I started here with Morning Glory right across there, and Morning Glory ×2. I had a texture here, so Morning Glory ×2, Louisiana Bayou ×2, and then I did Fuzzy Peach ×2, with a slight space. And then I did Celadon Blooms, which is a Mako over top right in here. So you're seeing that. I think that this whole application would have looked better on something that was not speckled. I don't like the fuzzy peach on the speckled. The other glaze, yes, I don't mind, but I don't like that one on the speckled. But you know what? Someone will like it. It's still really pretty. So that's another GR Pottery form. This was a refire, and because it had one pinhole in it, and it's perfect now. So it had one little, it wasn't even like a pinhole, but that is just Louisiana Bayou. And on the outside is, this is Cirrus Flow ×2. And then up here, I did the combination is Floating Turquoise and Louisiana Bayou. So that's fun. And then this little guy, that's right, because, okay, so I did the same glaze on black clay. So this is Pottery Supply House, their black clay. It comes out like more of a toasty dark brown. So this is their 540i. It is gorgeous. It's beautiful to throw with. It's so smooth, and it fires so rich. Like, look at that color, so gorgeous. So I know I did the same glaze on these two, just Spanish moss. So I did them on, I was curious to see how it would play on dark clay and light clay or speckle clay. So I should have done it on a white clay, but I didn't make any of these in white. But I'm really impressed with the color payoff. It still wears or pays off quite well. And then this one, it's much prettier than this one, and it's exactly the same glaze combo, but clay body matters. so bougainvillea all on the outside and down to here, and then this was fuzzy peach in the center. So very nice on white clay. I don't like it on the speckle clay, but clay matters. Last shelf. Okay, guys. Praying to the kiln gods. Da-da-da-da. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm happy. I'm happy. I see something very pretty in there. Okay. Okay. Tell me that's not gonna fly. Okay. I wanted to test this out. Look how cute this is. So this, my friends, and I filmed how I make these, and again, editing. I just got to edit, but wowza, is that not the cutest? With the fall markets coming up, it's really important to have these goodies, but I was a bit nervous because I'm just going to try out glazes I've never tried before. So this is tapenade. So the little holder, or sorry, the stem I did in tapenade. Then I did, so papaya, top 1/3, so about to here, ×2. Fuzzy peach, the bottom 2/3, ×1. Then I did a band up here of bougainvillea ×1, and then I did a band of sunrise. So right below the bougainvillea, I did a band of sunrise so that they would run. And boy, did they ever, but they didn't run too far. Look at that. So, oh, the snap. This is gorgeous. So pretty. Okay, I can already say this is like my #1 piece right here. So, all right. So for the holiday season, that's cool, or the Halloween. Oh, I did get a little bit of plucking. Oh, okay, but I can grind that. There's a little bit of plucking right there. So the glaze had run. I really need to make more. So that had come off. That was right there. So the glaze had run a little bit too far. But tell me that's not the cutest ever. Okay. All right. This is a really bright, very summery, but you know what? Summer somewhere, right? So, oh, wow, okay. So this is another butter keeper. Oh, that's vacuumed on. Another butter keeper. Come on, wake up to summer with that. So, bougainvillea on its own. Same carving technique on the top, and then it was bougainvillea, and then here was Morning Glory And then the inside is, oh, I think the sunrise is in there. I did a band of sunrise too. So bougainvillea sunrise into the morning glory. So that's quite fabulous right there. And then that is the same glaze combo. So that is sunrise, bougainvillea sunrise, bougainvillea again, and then a bit of the morning glory in the middle. And that is sunrise on its own. Look at that gorgeous color. That's very pretty. So I think I wanted to do something bright to sit on the counter with your butter, nice and happy. My house is very neutral. You would think, like, I love color, but my house is very, very neutral. Okay, I don't know what to bring up first. Let's do this one. Ooh, okay. Did it run? Perfect. That is pretty gorgeous. So, the outside, shallot. I did 2 coats. Again, always 2 coats. Shallot, bougainvillea in a band, and this was ginger. I really, really, really like that combination. And the inside was ginger and sunrise. So that I'm digging a lot. And it ran down quite nicely. I see. And I did a band of bougainvillea as well in here. So it's ginger to here. And then I did a band of bougainvillea as well, right in there, and it melted together quite nicely. You can't really even see it because then that's the sunrise, but it warms up the ginger. And the outside, I really like the outside. That I think is quite spectacular. So I'll be doing that on some other pieces. So ginger, bougainvillea, shallot. So pretty. So pretty. Okay, so this one's coming up. This one was a lot of things. A nice big bowl, and it's on B mix. And wow, okay, really, really quite gorgeous. That is going to move. That will bring people in. That's lovely. So it's a pretty good size bowl. I'm going to say it's at least 12 inches across, something like that. 11, 12 inches. All right, so inside, Spanish moss ×2. So Spanish moss does this stuff. So where you're seeing, it really gives like almost like crystallizing. It's got little flecks in there and it's quite gorgeous. Let me see if I do it that way. So you're getting all that little crystals in there, which is really, really, really pretty. So that is Spanish moss ×2. Bottom 2/3, so 2/3 up to here, so just up to about here. And then it says floating turquoise ×2 on the top 2/3, so it was an overlap. So both inside and outside, Spanish moss here and on the inside, and then floating turquoise and floating turquoise. And then it says a 1/2 inch, so wavy. I did a wavy band on the inside and on the outside of the Louisiana Bayou. So I gave different thicknesses, so on the inside and the outside of Louisiana Bayou. And then I did blobs all along the rim of hot running chowder. And then I did blobs in between the hot running chowder of soft aqua. And of course I'm going to insert the picture so you can see it, but is that not gorgeous? Look at that. So just really playing with all of the amazing new glazes here. I am very, very happy. And I've got 2 mugs and that's it. So let's get my paperwork for my 2 mugs. So this one is a bit like sunshine. Oh, very nice. Nothing ran off. Nothing ran off. So this was pearl white on the inside. So pearl white, which is a spectrum glaze, gorgeous. I can see here. So bougainvillea, followed by sunrise, followed by morning glory. So on the texture, you really see where it pools, the way the glazes will interact. And that's why I did it on texture. I really wanted to see what it looks like when it's thick and what it looks like when it's thinner. So you really get a good idea. So that's a nice fun morning a morning cup of coffee. I got two, you know, very different glazes, but you know, fun to play with. I find having lots of color on your booth really does help bring people in. I had an amazingly successful market Friday, and yeah, it was color. It brought people in. Okay, so this is the last one. Oh, wow. Okay. Really, wow. Okay, I love it. So this one here, inside, perlite, ginger on the top, and then scraped inside. So I've got a bit of the ginger in here, ginger up here. Make sure that's all coming in focus. So ginger, ginger. And then I did Louisiana Bayou on the bottom to overlap. So Louisiana Bayou up to here. And then I did olive float. So olive float, all in blobs, all kind of over where the two met, and all just in this area, just blobs. And then I did blobs of soft aqua all in this area as well. So that is a nice cup. I think that's very sophisticated, gorgeous. I will definitely be doing this glaze combo both on texture and sort of on its own. I think that is quite stunning. Favorite piece right here. That is my favorite. Is that not gorgeous? Okay. So I'll be playing around with all kinds of fun glaze combos. I've got lots more pumpkins downstairs that need my attention. There's a lot of things I really liked. I'm digging these blues. I love Louisiana Bayou. Like, that is incredible. And I'm really digging this combo. That combo, oh, like, hello, just beachy, but you know, moody and dark, but bright and fun and oceanic and beach, and I don't know. It's just a whole lot of things for me. So, wow, I'm going to be having a lot of fun with these new glazes. And if you can get your hands on them, you should do so. I want to say thank you, Spectrum, for sending me these lovely glazes, and I hope I did it justice for you. I have some videos coming up with me actually showing how I apply glaze, and I think that will be helpful for some of you. I try to have content that is both engaging for the beginner, newbie potter, all the way through to someone that is much more experienced, and so, you know what, you could fast forward as need be, but I do like to really sort of delve into my thought process and why I do what I do, because I know it does help some of you. But I have to say, I can't do it without you. You are an amazing community. You reach out to me in different platforms, and I'm so grateful. Thank you for following me on Instagram. Thank you for subscribing to this channel and supporting me and my journey. And I'm so thrilled to hear that, you know, some of my goodies inspire you, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. So until next time, take care. See you soon. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It's free. Come on now. Who doesn't like free? And don't forget to like it. It means the world to me. And while you're at it, don't be shy. Leave a comment. I love hearing from you. Thanks for watching.